So I wanted to talk about Christopher Bock for a little bit. Anybody who was involved in Digidesign Avid would know Christopher Bock. I mean, this guy was a powerhouse. I remember the first time I met him, I was working at TechCom and he showed up with a sound tool system, the 2-track editing system, to do a demonstration, but he didn't make an appointment. And he flew all the way from California, and I guess he was seeing some other dealers, and he stopped by. And I remember our sales manager at TechCom just shoot him out. Just said, "No, we're not interested. Get out of here. You didn't make an appointment." And he didn't take no for an answer. He did the demonstration, but he was kind of a mover and shaker. He didn't take no from anybody. And I remember when I was working at Digidesign, he just made a lot of things happen. And the one thing about him, he did pass away in 2006, and it was unfortunate, but he just made a lot of things happen at Digidesign. He was the one guy that when I had been working at Digidesign for 2 years, he called me up and asked me to come up to the New York office, and I said sure. And I drove up to the New York office, and he was by himself in the office there, and he sat me down. He says, "Okay, George, we're going to have to let you go." And I go, "I don't understand that." He said, "Well, our stock went from $49 down to $9, and you have the smallest territory, and we need to let you go." And this was in 2007. My wife was pregnant, and it wasn't really a good time for me to be losing a job. But I said, "That's fine. I'll figure something out." And he just felt so bad that this was happening to me, but there was nothing he could do about it. And I remember he wrote me, I think he wrote a letter of recommendation, and he said, "If you need my help to get another job." And I said, "Well, let me see." So I worked for Digidesign for another, I think, 2 months or so. But the funny thing is, he took over as a sales manager, national sales manager for Digidesign. And the 2 years that I was there, my goal was to sell $120,000 worth of gear every month for me to hit goal. So if I sold that much gear to all the dealers, then I would be making my salary. If I didn't sell that much, then it was a sliding scale, so I would make less. And I never could hit that goal. It was the hardest thing to do. And the first thing I remember when Christopher Bock took over as the national sales manager, he said, "We're going to get rid of those ridiculous goals that nobody can hit and make them more realistic." I go, "Oh, now you're doing it." So, and the other thing that he said the Millionaires Club is over with. And what he was referring to is when Digidesign was bought by Avid, a lot of people that owned stock in Digidesign became millionaires, and a lot of them took their money and they left. And with him, I mean, I think he benefited from that too. But he decided to stay with the company and just push and make everything go as far as he could. So I came across this picture and I thought I'd just point this out. Great guy, really a mover and shaker, and that's about it.